This is definitely an interesting episode. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's your boy Darren Green back with another episode. I believe this is episode 187. Don't quote me. It's a lot of episodes we've been recording. I'm here with my co-host Amma, and I'm also here with a guest. We're joined with host, commentator, and host of the Late Night Flight podcast, Nassor Nuru. How are you?
I'm doing well. Doing well, Darren. Thank you. Amma, thank you. I really appreciate this full-heartedly. You know it.
Period. Okay, we had an interesting start.
Yes. Yes. You see, I'm on my best behavior now. I'm over here like, yes, great
Right.
show.
Because no,
I thank God and only God. Everyone else, that's right.
For real. I wish I had my because I would have had like the behind the scenes because I'm making a membership for the YouTube page or whatever. You know, that's coming up, child. So be up on that. But like that would have been an interesting moment to put on there because it was like I was like, me and Amma was in the background like, oh, okay.
I'm laughing because I know him and I that's him. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm dying because I'm like, like this world is so small. Like we really do interact with each other and I know. Yeah. Like, I didn't know he knew him. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. And y'all know y'all North natives people. Y'all, I was like, child, what's going on? Hold on, wait, because South is a little bit more. You got a little bit more decorum. Let me stop.
It's only like 5 podcasters that's really doing it in North, right? So that's high praise. You know what I'm saying? If Derek the dog done shot me out without even saying my name, he still ain't saying my name, but he shotted me out like he knew me. Listen, I'm going places. I'm going places. For sure.
I know that's right. Well, speaking of your podcast, I know you recently did your 100th episode. How does that feel? Because that was, let me just let you stop.
Well, that was October.
Well, no, it was your most recent episode.
No. You good? I'm joking at myself when I say that. Oh, you're good. That's a good question. I mean, anything that is about the late night flight and Nassor Nuru is a great question. All right, I need all the questions, but to do 100 episodes, I mean, now that you just sat here and just said 187, I gotta be a little more humble. I gotta be chill. I've been taking that lap for the last 2 months of 2022. And everybody been very happy. Now I heard 187. I'm like, damn, I'm 87 weeks behind. What's going on?
No.
But no, it was good. I mean, one thing I will appreciate is the consistency of putting together a certain style of a formula, right? Everyone has different ways they want to have their podcast to be, whether it's long form, whether they have segments, they can have topics that they break down within the hour and a half presentation that they want to put together. For 1 hour, I was able to give people 3 to 6 segments about the current topics, relationships, whatever the case may be. We do skits. It was basically a rendition of hip hop morning radio. So if you were into the Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, or the Joe Budden, or even what the Breakfast Club is delivering now, but for me, it was more of the early 90s Ed Lover, Dr. Dre. That's what I fell in love with as a child in high school. I love the skits. I love the bits. I love the quick interviews that they would have with Mary J. Blige and Diddy. So I just wanted to do a rendition to that. And 30,000 downloads and counting off of that because of that different formula and through redcircle.com. So this wasn't through YouTube or anything like that. It was through Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, having that hooked up with redcircle.com, redcircle.com stating, hey, if you can give us 5,000 downloads, we will help. We will help you by using our sales team to help you get advertisement. They did that. And that's when I started realizing the whole monetizing, like, wait, Dad, you need 1,000 views just to make $7 because I was only getting like 50 cents in my little lunchbox, in my little Citibank cash app. I'm over here. I'm like, oh, whoa, what?
Yeah,
we got like about 800 episodes downloaded this month. I thought it was a good month, and then that's when you start learning the real business of everything, and it's like, wow. That's what made me take a step back and just say, hey, I want to start making some visual content, and then want to start learning on that level.
Yeah. Red Circle, I debated using that streaming platform. I'm with Simplecast now.
Okay.
I used to do Spreaker, but Spreaker is a little, they try to push that whole monetization thing. But yeah, like you would sit there and make like 5 cents an episode because I mean you gotta work your way up before you can do monetization. That's why I kind of like YouTube. And that's why we're on it now. We're on it now. But they say it doesn't matter where you stream, but a lot of these sites, they have their different perks. But I heard a lot about Red Circle. It was fairly new when I was researching it. But I'm glad that so they are actually able to you speak to the creators there.
So the one thing about Red Circle, I'm gonna answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
So like most of this stuff in 2023, you emailing people, which I hate because I forget to email myself. I hate emailing, right? So you gotta email people to have them talk to you, but there will be a Lucy from Red Circle or another guy, even they will hit you up within 24 hours. I'll give them that. So the thing about Red Circle that I appreciated when I got on, because now it costs to get on like Buzzsprout and all these other spots. It was free to get on when I entered. I do pay $100 now, and that's just for more analytics. But you also can get linked up with your YouTube page, so I can put things out on Red Circle and connected through my YouTube. Now any YouTube views I have can be counted as a download if I want to. Yeah. And then another thing that they would do that I appreciate is what was it again? Oh, so they created a paywall for yourself too. So let's say you have an exclusive interview, Darren Green interviews the mayor of Trenton. And if you was on Red Circle, you could have that interview, just that interview, behind the paywall. And the percentage is not even that bad. Whereas, like, hey, if you said you want to do it at $3 a pop, they probably getting like maybe I want to say 90 cents off of that, and the rest is yours. Yeah.
Oh wow, I need to rethink my where I'm at.
Podcasting thing, like it's so much math and science.
It's not math and sciences. I mean, it's it's like any other place you post.
Well, in my opinion, I think podcasting right now is pirating. That's what I think it is. It's they are getting in wherever they could fit in.
Yeah.
And so you just want to have to, in my opinion, if you're someone that's looking to do the podcasting thing or content creating, got to find the lane that will work best with what you want to create. I would just say it like that. Like when I used to, so when you and Derek was doing the show, that's how I bumped into you, Darren. So, I would watch your show, and this is before I even thought about doing anything visually, because my podcast in that time, 2020, 2021, was mostly an audio podcast. You go to Apple, Google, all those places, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all that type of stuff. So when I'm watching what you guys are doing, I'm like, oh wait, dang, I gotta go visual. But I don't know where to put that at, because now the way my mind's set up, I couldn't put this visual form on an audio form. I just couldn't do that, because when you watch something visually, you're watching people do things. It's more than just the talking. So when you put that on audio and you see a 30-second dead air break, you don't know what's going on. But if you're watching it, you might see a joke, a visual joke. You don't know what's going on. So it made me not want to put all of this down on audio. I just wanted to keep it on video. So that was another thing. You know what I mean? I actually like YouTube and just YouTube because it's not the best as far as the money, but it's the best as far as you get to do a presentation of video and audio as best as you can. And if you can just promote that out to people, hey, we just got to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube, I don't know. It took a minute for me to get into the whole video space. I mean, before when I was doing it with Derek, it was audio primarily. I would post audiograms. That's the little wavelength video form of videos, and that we did that for a minute, and then I was like, you know what? Let me get on StreamYard. Let me see about these sites where you can actually incorporate video into the podcast, so that I can have, I can have the audio and I can have the video. I can have all, and I kind of found like a happy medium of that. So I think, I just got to keep on going. We did take a break. I know when we were contacting each other, that's when the podcast, I wasn't doing any shows. So I was like, I'm gonna hit you up when I'm back on, because I want to have some guest co-hosting on and potentially more people to come on the show regularly or whatever the case is.
I gotta ask you, how was so for me, right? When after my 100th episode, just to answer another piece to that, this break, I have to call it a break, was so like mind-boggling for me. After 4 weeks of not doing an episode, I'm calling my homeboy that would help me with my audio engineering at the time, like, hey, yo, I gotta do an episode. Like I didn't know what to do with myself. How was that for you when you took your break? How was that for you?
Not the interview turned around, but no, it was. I'm gonna be honest, it was depressing. Like I love this. I love podcasting. Like this is something that, you know, at the end of the week, I get to express like the entire. That's why I said when I was talking about like we go over the week reports, because I like to talk about how my week was going, and this is an outlet for me to really speak and talk and have conversations with people. So to have that be paused, it was, and I guess it's the first time you mentioned this. It was nerve wracking. It was like, oh my God, I want to get out there and do it. I wish I could have just done it, like, because I was scared of doing it by myself. Because at one point, you know, Derek was moving on, and you know, it's whatever. You know, he was doing his thing. I should have, looking back, I should have just been like, no, you do this until somebody else want to come along and be a co-host, you know. And that's where Amma came in, and I was like, you know what? Because I originally told her, I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait till. Because I want the Joe Budden experience, okay, with the whole camera and all that. You get what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna just wait. And then I'm like, I'm gonna wait a whole 2, 3, 4, 5 years before I can even get. No, come on, we're gonna do it this way until we can get to that point. So we're not gonna quit the show. I'm not gonna stop the show. Not too much. Okay, I might not do episodes in certain weeks if it's like a slow news week. Like last week, we didn't do a show. Yep. I'm not going to force topics. This is going to come out. It's going to be more natural than before, and I'm going to give you my all. So yeah, I mean, it was nerve wracking. It was tough.
I'm over here giving you my resume. Like, listen, man, whenever you come back, man, I'm just one hell of a. I don't understand.
Right. And I was hearing. I was like, all right, let me get my stuff in order. I had to get a new logo.
I see what's going on at the late night flight over here on IG. Yeah. What's going on? Please holler at me. Listen? Like, what's the problem?
He's like, I'm trying to work. Like, what's
yeah. No, this year I sold myself. I was like, this is gonna be the year of my content. Like,
I saw Amma on here. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna get his ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my goodness!
Don't be mad.
I was hot. I'm about to do my impression of Derek right now. I was mad as hell. All right, hey.
You pop up in here again, chat.
Hey. Derek came in here, Stevie J style. Hey, yo, dog, listen.
I was like, hold on, wait.
I know you done said some things, son. Hey, yo, whoa, hey, man, don't do that.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I'm trying to work with you, bro. I'm trying to work with you. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. It's my man. Good guy, most definitely.
Yeah. And I was listening to your podcast. I mean, it was like, just like you said when you were looking at my show and how I was doing video and you said you had to get onto that. Like, I was listening to your show and I was like, it's just something nostalgic about it. And I think that's what I liked about, because I'm really wanted to get into radio, but you know, they ain't how's that be ain't want to let you in, so you got to make your own table. But it's something nostalgic about your show, and I enjoyed it listening to it. I mean, it's definitely different, and that's good, because you know, the more different you are, the more not Derek done came to, oh Lord, child.
You talk about
that's my Chloe.
What was said? Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh child. Well, I mean, look. Let's, before we get into the topics, you know, how was everyone's week? You know, let's get the weekend report.
My week was pretty long. Nothing really crazy happened. What did I do? I didn't really do anything. This was like the most fun that I had, because it was Derek's birthday. So today, happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday. Hey, Lil, let me get a bomb.
So we did like a pajama party last night, which was dope. But I had to leave and go to an interview. So I'm back now, and this brunch is happening right now. Like, he's cooking and everything. So.
Oh wow. Okay, brunch.
Okay.
Oh.
I love it.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I felt like my week was long too, child. I was doing nothing but training because I started this new job.
That's right.
I like it. New money.
Yeah, new money. I ain't gonna be working too much, like not like last time with them. I was working 40 hours a week, child, and still doing content. Like, when I tell you, there's a lot. Like, I know a lot of people, like, because I'm a TikToker now, child, whatever that means, child. But I know a lot of people that's on that app. They talk about how like balancing work and content creating is just crazy. So I decided to do like a part-time at a bank.
That's dope.
You know, get a little money on the side. Then when I come home, I can start working on my content.
Yeah.
It was cool. You know, this week was kind of annoying too because I was dealing with problems with YouTube and all that stuff, child. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all into content creating, read everything. Okay.
Right.
Make sure when you sign on to the monetization plans, don't put business account, put individual if you don't have a business. Okay. Because when I tell you, YouTube tried me. They really did. And I know some of my listeners that are on YouTube. I know y'all notice ain't no ads been on the show. Yeah, they took them shits off. Okay, because I made a little mistake, and they started. It was a whole thing, but it's fixed now.
All right.
Okay.
I ain't gonna bore y'all with technicalities. It's just know that it's fixed. But yeah, I mean that was my week.
And yours, sir?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah,
my week. Oh no, my week has.
You know,
We were talking about 100 episodes and Derek, and you know what I'm saying? Now we talking about training. We talking about I'm over here having brunch. I'm over here jealous and hungry. You know what I mean? We should have did this episode at Derek's spot. Like, yo, we're gonna just lamp up.
You should have. He was like, "Oh, you popped in here." He was like, "Where were you gonna record?" I was like, "I was gonna go into like the little. It's like a little in his like building. It's like a little like media area type of situation."
Yo, Darren, all you would have to do, Darren, is just come up here, just bring one of your microphones. I got a roadcaster. I would have just brung that over there. We'd have just plugged and played.
Oh, you got a roadcaster too? I know that's right.
We'd have had these cameras going on. We'd have had something going on. This has been a good little time. Over here eating egg. What is my man over here?
I know grits happening. I haven't had grits in a minute.
Ooh.
Yes.
No, at home, it might be some shrimp in them grits.
It is shrimp. Actually,
yeah.
And then they have sausages. So I don't know if they're making like a sausage gravy. I hope so.
See, you making me hungry, child, because I ain't.
When I get there, they chopping up shit. I was like, okay, hey y'all, I wash dishes. What's up?
I wash dishes.
That's
earn my keep.
You better slap an egg on there, child. You better start cooking. Look.
I was like, what y'all want me to do? They was like, just clean the air fry. I was like, I wash all of this stuff for you. Don't worry about it.
No problem. Yes. And what else? What else you need me to do?
Yeah, stay focused.
Yeah.
On the
let me get this living room together for y'all. What's going on here, man? Thank you for this.
I never folded a couple of blankets.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, child.
Okay. But my week been pretty good. It's just been work, and then after work, like you say, Darren is just making the content. So you're going to see another episode of this Tuskegee training that I've been doing lately, where I would have someone that I don't like to call everybody like a personal trainer. Some people like to call themselves fitness gurus or just a person that goes to the gym, but they have these regiments, and I just want to just go through their regimen. Like I'll be the trainee, they'll be the trainer to just show me what to do. And then we're just talking it, kicking it, as you say, whatever, at the gym. So that's one thing I've been doing. I've been doing some on-field reporting. So I've just did this red carpet premiere of The Umbrella. There's going to be this new Netflix series that's written by a couple of people from Newark, New Jersey, one named A. Hood and his friend Akia Johnson. They've done a show. Akia Johnson has written a show that's on Tubi right now called Sisters. And so, now they collabed together. They did this series called The Umbrella. It's supposed to be on Netflix. And what else I got going on? I'll just go pop up in your local bar or restaurant, ask people some relationship questions on some on-field recording. So I've been doing a lot of different things. Like, again, I would say it's evolving the personality named Nassor Nuru that is of the late night flight. I think that's just what's happening. You're seeing the evolution right in front of our faces.
Yeah, I mean, it's you be out there. I'm like, oh my goodness, look
in the field.
And I don't understand why Derek don't want to work with me. See, Derek, you out here playing, dog. I said me and you in the New York Times, dog. Me and you in the New York Times, we'll make some things happen, bro. Don't act like that. Don't be like that.
In here anymore. He said he's done with your shit.
Well, look. The future is definitely on the horizon, and you never know. Maybe y'all can collab after this little scuffle.
Scuffle.
He got that roll off his back. He just wanted to let him know what you said, and don't forget it.
And don't forget it. Fine. Fine, that's fair. Whatever you say, Derek. You know, like I said, high praise. Don't even act like that, bro. High praise, you know it. He admitted it live on the webcam. High praise. I gave that man high praise. I think he's doing this thing over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that. I love to see people working, no matter what background it is. When you working, I'm like, yo, I see you, bro. And at the same time, I'm going to see if I can work with you in some type of way, because there are levels that I'm trying to get to as well. And I know that I have the skill set, but people have to see the skill set as well. So I want to be able to, you know what I mean? Period.
All right. Well, you know, things is happening. Now, let's get into the hot topics now.
Yes.
I know, Amma, you wanted to give us what we talk about today.
We were talking about Chloe Bailey. That's how we started off today? Yes, Chloe Bailey and the new album. How do you guys feel about Chloe Bailey and her new album? Because I'll start. Because personally, I feel like the album was probably made. It should have been made for another person. It should have been somebody else's vocals on it. She's a wonderful writer, and I'm not taking it from her with the vocals. It's just things didn't match for me. Like even the song with Future, I was like, somebody else needs to be on this song. You know, it's not her. And maybe because I love Rihanna, but I'm like somebody with a Rihanna tone, somebody with I don't know, just not that.
Like I think for me, when it came to In Pieces, like I said before we even started recording, I think from 1 to 7, well, I did like that Chris Brown feature. I'll say 1 to 6, I wasn't feeling it, but 7 down was pretty decent. It's a pretty decent album. I think that certain songs were pushed when certain songs should not have been. Okay, you tried to push this single when you really needed to push that single. Okay, I wanted Body Do. Body Do should have definitely been and it was a single. I'm looking at the songs now so I can get like a memory of what they sound like or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But like you didn't push Body Do enough. You didn't give us a video. You gave Pray It Away. I mean, Pray It Away was cute, but it just that's an album song to me. You know, there was a lot of misses with that. The lyrics, I don't know who was doing your lyrics on here. I don't know if it was you or if it was somebody else, and I don't mean to be harsh because I still think this is a good album, but it just seemed all over the place. I don't know. I want to get your guys' thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Amma. You were still talking. My apologies.
I said those are my thoughts exactly.
Okay. Again, you made me do homework. I like this show. You made me do homework. There's no way in hell I would have listened to this in real life. You know what I'm saying? I did my homework. Yo, let me tell you something. So I gotta say this before I even get into the album. The music that she does with her sister together. I didn't even know that do it. I did not know that was their song. I thought that was a Mariah Carey jingle. I promise you. I did not even know that.
I
didn't even know that.
Mariah Carey.
The first song that came on title, I'm in the shower like, yo, I love this song.
Yeah,
what is this? Like, oh, do it. All right, anyway. So, yo, hear me out. As a group, they are a female vocal version of Ray Sherman. All right, like they are very good together. Where, let's say if one is very good at just doing a ballad rendition and the other one is good at doing the background. As a group, you only got to focus on what you're really good at, so you don't have to stretch the imagination or stretch your range rather and do more things. They work very well together. As individual artists, and this is me throwing around my music background. I wrote, and I ain't gonna act like I'm a star. I have wrote some verses for Trench. I have wrote some verses for Mr. Cheeks and the Lost Boys in my 20s. Here's the thing, because I looked at their Wikipedia. They said that their father helped them write music. Well, taught them how to write music. So I can see the writing ability in Chloe. I definitely can see that. Like she's writing good music. What's happening is that she's a vocalist. Like, I'm going to give her high praise. She reminds me of Whitney Houston, both of them. Their vocals are insane. Yeah. But when you have insane vocals, you can do whatever you want in life, but it's hard to make that pop music because you don't really need to sing to make pop music. They need to make ballad songs. You know what I mean? Where their voice get to elongate and you get to hear that crispiness. It's like what Keisha Cole was doing when she first came out. You know what I mean? It's like, oh,
Okay.
Stop playing. Stop playing, Keisha. You nasty. So, for real. So the thing is, and then here's another thing. Whoever was writing that song, Have Mercy, those good people that was with her, they're not on this album at all. I definitely checked it and everything. Oh no. So this is more Chloe based for the most part. And then you get to see Chloe's how can I say this? Like her biases. So I don't know if you know about this. She was in the Flying Temptations in that movie as a child.
She was?
So, yes, she was. You can just look this up. She was in this movie. So when she says,
you were like, let me look this up. Because I'm like, I don't remember that little girl.
So, yo, check this out though. So she's in this movie. So when I hear that Beyonce and Khalees are her inspirations, I'm like, oh, sure they are. Matter of fact, you probably already met Beyonce. Listen, you was like, as a child, singing, doing this. Beyonce probably looked at herself in the mirror and was like, don't worry. Listen.
She was in it.
You keep raising this young sister, she'll be all right. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Because what I hear in this album, particular, I hear a lot of Renaissance in this album.
The Renaissance album?
I hear
a lot of Renaissance.
Oh, I don't know.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. It's not as good. It's not. I'm not saying it's good on that level. I'm saying that like she's making these pops, like they're like pop, like this pop house music based music that's going on. Where I'm like, it's a rendition. I'm not saying it's exactly like Renaissance. I'm saying that she's trying in her mind, in a 24-year-old mind, she's in her mind thinking that she's taking this music somewhere. I can definitely see her thinking that she's taking this music somewhere different. It's just that, in my opinion, she hasn't become an artist yet. She's a vocalist. She's not an artist. Like, she doesn't have a personality to the music. So when Amma says, yeah, like Rihanna, Rihanna is an artist. Like even with her relationship music, it's not just some simple cheap breakup stuff. It's so much more to it, in my opinion. She doesn't have that. Like, so with the Cheap Back song that you was talking about with Future. So let me break down what a 24-year-old should do, and I'll stop talking. So
when
you're 24, now hear me out. When you're 24 and you make a song like Cheap Back, because a lot of the music on her album, in my opinion, is a lot of relationship, heartbreak, makeup music, which is, of course, it's traditional R&B music. I get that, but at the same time, it's been done, it's prodded, like it's old. So, but if you want this to be out there, what she should have done, this is what you should have done. Because remember, we're in a time of content right now. It's not even about the music. If people like you as a person, they'll buy your forks, okay? Like, this is just the time that we're in. Yeah. So what she should have done was have a fake relationship with Future, right? Let Future have like do some Sierra stuff to her, you know what I'm talking about? And then leave him for Snowfall. Like, you gotta do some Lori Harvey stuff right now and put it in news media. I'm telling you, this is what you gotta do.
PR.
Hear me out. Because if you mess around with Future, right? And come on, you're gonna be in the public eye. Everybody gonna talk about you, whatever the case may be. And you hear the little corny little thug lyrics she got going on in Cheap Back. So you just leave him for Snowfall, because it seems like Snowfall has been everybody's rebound. You know what I'm saying? But Lori's rebound could be your rebound too. You know what I'm saying? And then you put this in the news media, and then you put the song out, Cheap Back. It would make so much more sense. It wouldn't just sound generic.
Because it looks like she's acting. I mean, when you look at a lot of breakup songs, a lot of breakup albums, I'm thinking of one just because I'm a Nicki fan. But when Nicki came out with Pink Print, that was a breakup album in a sense, because she broke up with, I think, Safari at that time.
Right.
And people felt the music on there because they was like, oh my goodness, like she really was going through it. Like it sang with Beyonce with Lemonade with Jay-Z. So
now, imagine if she went with Nas the next day instead of like a year later and had that Pink Print album out. It would have exploded for her. Yeah. A whole nother level. Same thing with August Alsina. August Alsina was cheating. You know what he was doing.
People love the story.
And then he made the song Entanglement. Like, had Rick Ross on the song. August Alsina, no disrespect to you, August, you're the 30th best male R&B vocalist in America. Okay, no one's checking for your music. But during that time, it was like, oh nah, Entanglement. I'm on title Entanglement.
Yo, I mean,
so what you're saying is the reason
go
why we don't like her album is because she did not promote her album a little bit better.
No, I'm saying if she promoted her album in that way, where it's more of a viral content way, I think that this would go over a little bit better because it's a good album. I think what people may not like about the album is that it's just generic. It's a generic love album, and it's sung generically. Like when I'm listening to it, I close my eyes, I don't hear a Chloe. I hear like another. I just hear a bunch of different R&B. Matter of fact, I know. Look, we all from Trenton North. We from same areas. I know we know 4 or 5 different female R&B singers like that we know personally. That's like, yo, why isn't this sister not in the industry? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How you not going to? And that's just how I felt about this album. It was one of my homegirls that can really sing could have made this album, but at the same time, no one knows her, so she's not even gonna get any fame. Chloe was just on the Jimmy Fallon show last night. Okay, like, she's gonna blow up. She's the shit.
I think also too was the lack of promotion with the album. I think that there was a lot of, and this is not me blaming Chloe, right? Because it takes a team, okay, to house an artist, right? And I think that her label did not push this album as it should have been. Okay, we had a couple of videos, we had a couple of here's the little thing, here's I'm the little balance beam or whatever the case, and then you don't hear nothing else from her. The videos, where are the visuals? We got Pray It Away and we got the Chris Brown one. Well, you made a song with Chris Brown and you already know, like him or hate him or feel like he should have been in there or not, anybody could have been on that song because that song was really good and it could have got real far.
Best song on the album, most definitely. The one that she has with Chris Brown. I was just gonna ask you real fast. Y'all didn't see the cheat back video? I had it on title. Okay, I just want to make sure.
I did.
I seen clips of it when I listened to it. I was
cringy for me, for some reason.
Yeah, and I seen some visuals and she was doing her little thing, and I was like, oh, okay.
I don't like the song anyway, but yeah, it's not a good visual. It's okay.
You know what I think it is? I think that because when she came out, we didn't see her like as a sex symbol. Now I think that I think that just from like seeing it, maybe that might not be the case. I think that's her main focus because you see a lot of stuff about her and her body, but not a lot of stuff about her music. And
well, you know what? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think that's what irritates me because it's like, all right, you guys expect me to like this music, but all I got was body. Where's the music?
Y'all better listen. When it comes to Chloe and her body, y'all better get a 17-year-old boy on this show or a 17-year-old girl on this show to go talk about that. Because I'm telling you right now, I am not going to be interested in some 24-year-old woman. I'm sorry, that is just too young. That is too young for me.
Okay.
24? That is lunchbox conversations. I don't even want to talk to it.
Right. I think
that is too young.
to answer the conversation of her and her sex appeal, were doing this. Okay, they did this when it was Chloe and Holly. When it was Ungodly Hour, they were giving sex appeal, maybe not as much as what Chloe is doing now. But sex appeal was definitely there. It was definitely there in a lot of roles that they did because these are actors too. And I think that that's not nothing new. I just think that this is something that people are getting used to because she is considered a child star. I mean, she wasn't on no Nickelodeon or Disney show, but we've seen them. We've seen what we used to call them twins, but they're not twins. But we all thought they was, but they're not. They're apparently not. Like we've seen them in like shows and stuff like that here and there. Like they was doing stuff. So they're child stars. They have. I think they were like heavily Christian at one point.
Definitely heavily Christian. They had a big time YouTube channel.
Okay, so I think we're getting through that transition. It's the same transition that a lot of people felt, just to go to the white side. Miley Cyrus, when she first came out and did her solo career, people didn't like it because it was like, oh my God, like you were Hannah Montana, you were this little girl that did this, and now you want to do that. It has to fit. It has to. People got to get used to it.
I think people just have to mature. Well, when I say mature, not saying grow up, I'm just saying allow them more time. Like give them another album and then another album after that. You're going to see the maturation of them. You'll see the evolution of them. And like for me with Beyonce, I think until we heard Formation, Like when I heard Formation, I said, "Oh no, she's an artist now.
Yeah.
She's just not another entertainer. Like Beyonce is a mega entertainer, and she's so good at being an entertainer. In my opinion, she got to skate by a couple of albums just being a mega good entertainer. When I heard Formation, when I heard that Lemonade album, I felt Beyonce knows now. Like I know a little bit more about Beyonce than what I should probably know. Like she's became into an artist.
And honestly, that's how I felt about Renaissance. Because let me tell you something. Beyonce's first like set of albums, I thought it just wasn't for me. I mean, I was a child. I listened to some of them, like some of the songs, like Deja Vu and stuff like that. They were cool. They were all right. But like, I really started paying attention to Beyonce after her self-titled album on up. Like I think she's making the music that she's always wanted before. I think when she came into the game, and this is where Chloe needs to, take heed, because let's be very clear. A creator said this, and they said that the reason why her music isn't working is because she's trying to market to a different base. And that base thinks her music is corny. Because a lot of her fans, her core fans, they're like, we miss her persona as when she was in Chloe and Holly.
Listen,
and I think, but hold on, let me.
Yes, sir.
But I think that to know your market, and I understand that as a creator, like, when you first get into this, you have a preconceived notion of who's going to be listening to your content, whatever that means. Like I had, this group of people is going to listen to my content. And then you look at your analytics and you see that it's something else. So you have to, not saying you got to pander to that, but like, you got to give them a little bit of work to the point where you can be like, I'm gonna put this out and I don't care what y'all think. Because that's what type of time Beyonce on.
Yeah,
she's always wanted.
You don't, and it's cool.
But she had to do R&B. She had to do traditional R&B and pop and whatever she was doing in the beginning, so that she can do this now.
She should have made 12 versions of that song "Have Mercy." I didn't even know she sung that song. When I found out she made "Have Mercy," I'm like, yo, I lost $200 in the strip club like 3 times over this song.
Oh my God.
That's a good song.
I cannot.
Man.
It was good.
Right. I'll be ready. Like, go ahead, girl.
It was good. I was here for it. I was excited. I was like, we about to get this. We about to get this pop smashed with R&B. And then I think because there was an album that was supposed to come out before In Pieces. Like, In Pieces was not the first project I've heard. Like, it was supposed to be different. I don't know, child.
I don't know. God bless her. That's all I got for her. And I just hope that she continue to do her thing, because even in the modeling industry, it's like that too. Because they're like, no, because how I knew you is not the way. Like, I do business with somebody that knew me since I was a kid, and they're like.
And sometimes maybe look
a little bit, and I'm like, I'm grown as hell. Like, I'm doing this. You doing like.
And sometimes I'm a type of person, girl. I stick to what gives you results, right? She came out with a movie. Praise This. I watched it with my mom last night. Oh my goodness, like good. It was a good movie.
Oh really?
So yeah. I mean, people was in the comments on the Shade Room saying, acting was always her strong suit. Look,
listen.
I mean, look, do what you want. This is your life. No one's.
You're a great songwriter. You can still get your ones and twos in. Still, you don't necessarily have to leave it all the way, but let's tap into that acting. I think you might do a little bit better there. We might accept you on that platform a little bit better as of now.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing the female version of Jamie Foxx, most definitely.
Them albums, I was like, yo, Jamie Foxx not making no more music. This used to be my little bedroom music.
Absolutely not. I was never into Jamie Foxx as a musician. He was like, he needed to be an actor.
That one album, that one album that he put out, that Untraditional, that had all those songs on it. Yo, that was a great album, yo. Great.
It's giving Eddie Murphy.
Stop.
You don't like Eddie? Who doesn't like Eddie? Well, I love Eddie Murphy, man.
I love
party all the time.
I like to party. Oh.
Party all the time.
I got that song. No, I ain't gonna lie. I got that song.
That song is fire, man. Fire. Now that song that he did with Michael Jackson. Now that was trash.
What song was that again?
I don't know. I think it was what you would call it. I don't know. It was some type of. It was a long word. What you were going to do? I forgot what it was, yo.
Absolutely.
Michael Jackson said, "Okay."
Yeah, exactly. And Mike said, "Okay." That's
it might have been charity work. He was like, "You know what? I got time. Here you go."
Not charity work.
Yes, that's what I call it.
It was definitely charity work. It was
charity work.
Y'all didn't see the video. Y'all gonna have to go on YouTube after this show. Y'all gonna have to go ahead and type in Eddie Murphy, Michael Jackson. Check that video out. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Check that video out so you can give me a call and be like, "Yo, Nassor, I don't like you. I can't believe you really watched this."
Oh Lord. All right. Well, let's talk about Blac Chyna.
Ooh, Blac Chyna. He loves Blac Chyna.
Who? Oh, I was about to say. I'm like,
no, I love this. I love this topic because I can't wait for it to be my turn. I can't wait. I told you I did my homework today. Ooh. Homework has been done. All right. I'm trying to get an A, Mr. Darren. Let's make this happen.
Well, let's get into it. So social media has had its field of this topic of Blac Chyna rebranding, or Angela White rebranding into this new person that she's become. Last episode, I believe we talked about how she reversed a lot of her cosmetic surgeries, which I was definitely on board for it. No, that's definitely something to, celebrate on and be like, okay, girl, you found a way. But most recently, she's been doing these little media circuits, talking to different brands. She was on Fox and Friends, talking about how she left OnlyFans and how others should do the same. Now, my opinion, her being on Fox and Friends, that her being on that conservative station saying that, OnlyFans is devaluing and debasing women and it's fast money and you should leave, which I'm like, okay, yes, it's fast money. You don't want to stay there. But like to say the pair with ill is devaluing and it's degrading and this is giving Fox like, oh, see, this is a problem. See, one of y'all biggest people that used to be on this is telling you to stop. No, I think that she has the luxury to do that though, because she made her money. She left. She chose because she didn't really need this because she was Blac Chyna before OnlyFans. Let's be very clear. And you're telling people to leave and would have a respectable job and work at whatever hell else they were trying to work at, which wasn't going to pay as much as you getting. And I think that, this could have been a perfect opportunity to essentially tell people like, okay, this ain't going to last. Get your money from OnlyFans. Let me teach you how to invest it. Let me teach you how to start a business, how to do what are you going to do? How are you going to flip this money? Because this ain't going to last.
Right.
She didn't say that.
Real like that. Yeah.
It came off disingenuous and it came off judgmental, and she was on Fox News, and you know how them conservatives over there, Fox News,
eating it up.
I want to get your guys' thoughts.
Oh, well, with Blac Chyna and her rebranding, I mean, people always have like an awakening. People have those, those times where they have an awakening. I don't judge her. I'm not going to judge her. I think that she needs to sit with this awakening, sit and word the things that you are going to say in a space where you're not judging people, because at one point that was your bread and butter. That's how you was making your money. Like you said, introduce me to other things that can elevate me from this OnlyFans. Okay, I'm getting OnlyFans. I'm getting my money from OnlyFans. Let me invest it in this, because she's starting a hairline. Yeah. She's starting a hairline, like authentic. I forget where exactly they're getting it from, but like she's getting it straight off their heads. Like,
but she's able to invest her money into other businesses.
You're doing that and you're investing. You're a businesswoman. You got to show that business side of it, because OnlyFans, you kind of are still working for, even though it is you're working for somebody. It's OnlyFans. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You telling me this is immoral. You shouldn't do this. Oh, but I'm over here struggling. I need to look.
I'm at this point where like OnlyFans and
look. I just think
my pockets looking.
And I said this on my TikTok. It ain't an honest job. I'm not saying that it is.
It's not an honest job, but somebody got to do it.
But
I'm just scared.
If you stacked against the wall, I'm not going to judge you for it. But yes, I'm going to get your opinion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to take off my clothes. What happened? All right.
Absolutely not. We are on YouTube.
You say YouTube. We can get some you can get some YouTube views there.
You'll definitely get some views. Don't worry. No, I'm joking. All right, so look, let me say my joke first, and then I can say some real stuff. All right.
Oh Lord.
I would love for all the female MCs, the femcs that are out right now, because there are a lot of femcs out. I'm loving this era of rap right now. There's a lot of female MCs that's out, like a lot of them. Like this is Ladies Night Part 2 all over again. I'm loving it, right? I need every single one of you women to start saying things like this in your rap. Like say something about like how you in the back seat sucking off Nassor. Because hear me out. Drake, all Drake did was say Blac Chyna in one of his songs, and this woman is like, she's a superstar. Okay. I need the same energy from my female rappers. All right. Cardi B, say my name so I can start an OnlyFans up. Okay. This is great. This like I need that energy back over here. All right. I'm sorry. I gotta put that out there. All right. So here's the thing about Blac Chyna, right? Because I'm not here to knock anything about Blac Chyna. I'm just making that point real fast where, yo, tell me the skill that has brought her to the table of LA Hollywood money. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about like her own skill, not because I messed around with a Kardashian. You know what I mean? I'm talking about her own. I'm not even asking you. It's a rhetorical question because that's how dope Blac Chyna is. Like I don't know what the skill is that she necessarily has, but I know that she is getting to use whatever money that she's have right now because she was on a Forbes interview, not my interview, not your interview, Darren. She was on Forbes, all right? And they accused her of making $240 million on OnlyFans, which even I thought that was crazy because I did some research. BusinessInsider.com says the highest paid YouTube OnlyFans subscriber would make $5.4 million. So I'm like, hold up, she just opened this up at 2020. 5.4 times 2, that's 10.8 mil. But then she said I only made just about $2 million. So I'm like, oh, okay. But still, Blac Chyna, that's what's up, right? So she wants to leave. She changes her body. She gets back into a religion. All that's fine. Not here to knock that. All that's applauded. Whatever. Much respect to you. This is the choices that you want to make. Even if you wanted to stay on OnlyFans, I wouldn't care. Much respect to you. Do what you like. I don't know if it's disingenuous. I think it's more of she has to market herself, Darren, because realistically, I don't know the skill that she has that should allow her to be in this business of content creating. I really don't. Like no one could even tell me what it is. She was like her, in my opinion. I know she's been on a couple of shows. She even produced her own show called Only Cams that only had 4 episodes on it. But I think her biggest TV thing for me was when she was Nicki Minaj's body double in a Monster.
Oh yeah.
Like
she was video vixen. She did a lot of like music videos with people, and she was able to, yeah.
You're a video vixen, no doubt.
Yeah.
And again, that's much respect, but like that's not necessarily a skill. That's more of right time and place, right? Like Amma's a dope woman. It's a dope, good looking woman. I've been doing some research on you, young lady. You do modeling by trade, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so she's not necessarily a video vixen, but let's say not Jay-Z, like somebody that's like relevant, like an NBA young boy needed a dope ass, beautiful, dark skinned woman in a video, right? Here goes Amma. Now Amma is in the video. We would consider her a video vixen, but realistically, she a model. It's a whole nother skill level that she has, a whole nother field of people that she knows. Like Blac Chyna was no disrespect, China. I'm not knocking you. Was a dancer that came from DC to Canada and with da. I'm just saying, like, yo, for all you dancers out here that be talking to me, telling me, yo, I'm saving up my money, go to school. All right, yo, well, you know what? I'm gonna need you to be like Blac Chyna and do it now, because I done seen her change now. Now I done seen a real change. I done got baptized. I done did the surgery. I went on Forbes and talked about how I made $2 million by being naked. Now I'm going to do something totally different. You're going to have to show me the same. Because I done met a lot of dancers that say they going to college. I ain't see no degrees, but I definitely see hella money, hella $1 bills, all right? And then one more thing I want to say, and look, this is probably why Durden came on the screen and probably want to smack me around. But hear me out, because I something I want to say. I'm happy that she is not talking about any men that she's dealing with while she's doing this this tour right now. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I don't even know what that surgery looks like to like take all that stuff out and then you be normal. The reason why I'm saying it is because look, see, hear me out. I dated a woman in my life 5 years ago when I first started my gym journey. So she had 4 kids. Good woman. I'm not here to talk nothing bad about her. She's an awesome person. She had 4 kids. And she used to would ask me, not she used to would, she would ask me.
Okay, the newer coming out.
Right, exactly. she would ask me, why I don't want to, have intercourse as much. And
bitch, you the fuck? Huh? Bitch, because you fertile.
You're I like you. You're all right with me, Amma. But no, I ain't even. well, she got her tubes tied, so that's neither here nor there.
Oh, that's
so stop it. You're not gonna turn it into this podcast. That's funny as hell. No, because I'm about to say. Look, I'm trying to be slow about this because I'm about to say. I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna say it. So when we're naked, like her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say that it's not the tightest of stomach.
Now,
as a guy, I don't have a problem with stretch marks. That's I don't care about that. I'm like the stomach looked very like it looked like a crime scene. You know what I mean? It just looked soggy. I don't want to talk about it. All right, I just didn't like what I saw. That's why I didn't want to get into it. Okay, so I'm just saying it looked like a tie-dye shirt. All right, let me just say it like that. All right, but anyway, I'm just saying that for me, right? I didn't like that. So I wonder whoever the guy is, I wonder if he could like send me a picture of what Blac Chyna looked like after all this surgery. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of surgery. That's all I'm saying. That's a lot of surgery.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Kate Michelle got it done. Have y'all seen Kate Michelle?
I haven't seen it.
Got a lot of stuff removed, but then she got to put back in. So like,
her she messed.
She looks good. I'm sorry, the bitch looks 10 years younger. She looks amazing.
I gotta check it out. Now, I mean, like, look, Kate Michelle, Blac Chyna, these like they are good looking women. I'm not here to knock. I'm just like, as a man, I'm just being honest. You seeing people naked. Sometimes it's a whole nother thing.
Right.
Okay.
All right. That's all I'm saying. I mean, listen.
My best. I'd be like, bitch.
Whoever subscribed to Blac Chyna knows what she looked like,
right?
At the time. But my thing is this.
Like everything looked hard, like a Barbie doll, like hard.
But that's when you start getting into them implants, child. But that's a whole nother situation. But I think also just to piggyback off from the conversation that we had, I think that Blac Chyna, she wants to be like this role model. I think that it's happening a little too fast. Like it's a lot. Like she got like some type of doctorate from some church, college, or whatever, and they try to sit there and say that she paid for it. Well, I mean, it's an honorary degree, so it's like when they give the degree to celebrities, you ain't really go to no class for it. I mean, it's possible that you paid for it. I mean, everybody paid for a damn degree. If you really get into it, you paid for classes, you got the degree. But I just don't know how it just doesn't seem genuine to me. It just doesn't seem that are you doing this because there's a lot of heat going on with the internet and how we can use it and what we can post now because of this whole TikTok situation? Are you trying to jump ship and marry a preacher of a mega church, a pastor of a mega church, so you can secure the bag? Or are you really trying to help these people, do this or get out of this environment and try and get into something else? I don't know. I think I want to root for her because she's doing her thing, and then her mother's coming out like saying whatever. So it's like you want it. Like I want to defend Blac Chyna so bad because she's got so much on her right now, and I don't know. I'm just halfway in, halfway out.
If she had a resume, Darren, I think you would root for her. That's where my whole thing is with her. Because think about this. Lori Harvey, y'all can say whatever y'all want about her promiscuity in this era of time, which she's definitely allowed to do. she's also a known choreographer. Like, I know her resume. You know what I mean? Like, this woman gets paid by doing Janet Jackson stuff. I don't know Blac Chyna's resume. I just know that she's a woman with money and was living her best life since she's been 23 in the industry, mind you, as a person that wasn't working in the industry. That's all I'm saying. That's right. The cat agrees with me.
Out outside. Give me a second.
And the cat agrees with me.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how this progresses in the course of a week. I mean, there's several stories coming out about her. But yeah, that Mother Tokyo. I mean, Lord.
Yeah.
I think she said something about she hopes she dies, something like this on her. I was like, what's going on? Like, it's not we. I mean, it's a lot going on. That's why I'm saying, like, I want to root for her because she got a lot going for her.
Yeah. I mean, I love Blac Chyna because I wish I didn't have any morals like she didn't.
Oh Lord.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I want to be that male stripper for the female rappers. Like, that's what I want to be. Like, I want to be that full-on whore. Like, yo, somebody manage me, take me to Silver Springs, Maryland. I'm gonna call myself Sexy Smurf. I'm gonna get this thing popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see. Listen, man. Tiara Wack from Philadelphia. What's up, love? Come on, man. Put me in your song. Put me in the song.
Yes, Tiara Wack.
What's up, baby? I'll shake my dick in public on Philly for you. What's up, baby?
Okay, hold on. Wait. wait.
We about to send this message to her.
Let me go ahead and unbutton myself. Let me make this shit happen.
Yo, oh my goodness.
Hey, yo. But again, like I always say, and I always say to you guys, you know what I'm saying? No offense. Don't take offense to what I say. I'm praying for you and I'm rooting for you. You motivation for somebody.
Yeah.
It's not this girl.
Motivation for somebody, some people, and that just really brings me to another topic. Cardi.
Stop, my cousin.
We're gonna have to come for your girl today because she really tried it. Okay, let's get into it. So basically, in a rant on Station Head, Cardi B says that she influenced a lot of these new girls. Now, I do have the audio for this is what she said. Okay, I'm gonna just play it real quick. Here it goes.
Saying people try to deny my influence, people try to deny the doors that I open, but I don't give a fuck what they try and deny because at the end of the day, my influence is on these. You know what I'm saying? My influence is on these videos, on these fashions, on these aesthetics, on the way these talk, on these characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? People could.
It's undeniable.
Okay, that couldn't be so far from the truth, but let's get into it. I got my 3-tier thesis here because I actually put a lot on for these notes.
You just had a hate for this lady.
No, I don't. I want to like her so bad. I have tried. You threw a shoe at what? Because I'm Barb. You threw a shoe at Nikki. You tried to, and I still tried to really try to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Because Nikki got her shit with her.
No. She was making up some Twitter beef. She made up some Twitter beef like she liked something negative about her child. And nobody was talking about her child. Look, don't let me get into it. I'm about to go right back to 2018. Hold on. But
I don't think Cardi should have said that shit though. Cardi, you so far off. I can hear a little Kim saying that.
Absolutely.
Nikki is not my favorite person in the world, but I can hear Nikki saying that. Cardi, slow down. She must have been feeling herself that day. She had a little bit too much champagne to drink. Excuse my cousin, y'all.
But let me, and even still, I give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give her that. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She has influenced a very small sector of these new female rappers. I will say that she, and I wouldn't say influence. I'll say open the door, right? But when you look at these examples of artists that are influenced of Cardi, like look at the material. Like I said on my TikTok, like these girls are burning matches. They're not lasting. They're not. There's no longevity. So she's influenced a era, like a lot of people said in my comments, of mediocre rap. That's not technically good. I mean, that's not something that I would. I know if I did some shit like that, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I influenced a lot of these girls. You did, but look at the material.
Oh, come
It's
on.
just not.
Look at the material.
Look at the material. So wait, hold on. You don't think that I'm sorry, I'm just asking a question, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that the new era of femcs are good? Just asking, yes or no. You don't think so?
I think that there are some good artists. I can list you a couple that will see longevity. I think a Doja Cat, which is not who she's not influenced by Cardi at all.
Mm-hmm.
She has longevity because she's versatile. I think Megan Thee Stallion will have longevity, even though it's a little bit of a hiccup with her career with a couple of the albums that she's dropped. But I can see longevity with her because she's a little bit different. I'll even go as far. I'll give Lotto that. Lotto is different too. Like she has her. I can see her in other stuff as well. But everybody else, you better figure out. You better figure out what you're gonna do next. You better figure out what you're gonna do next, honey, because it's not working. It's not sticking. And I'm saying this. Another thing is, I think that it's too soon for Cardi to say that. You don't even have your tenure yet. You're like what, in the 6th year? How long has she been out?
I mean, well, look, no. Listen, I agree with you on that one. She's only had one album. She's technically been out for about 3-4 years right now. Like that's not cool. But your homegirl Barbie, she's only have about 4 albums, and she's been out for about 11. She's not.
Okay.
But she has mixtapes too. And Cardi also has mixtapes too.
That's mixtapes and mixtapes. And you're talking to an artist when it comes to that. I get that, and mixtapes are cool, but realistically, the studio albums, like the mixtapes are the marketing promotion to get people to know who you are. The albums, those are the things that set the trends. It establishes, like Darren just said, the longevity of what you're going to be as an artist. It sets it's not a tone setter. The mixtapes are the tone setter, but the albums is what keeps you lasting forever. You know what I mean? That's the timeless music right there. So in my opinion, if you're going to have 4 albums, studio albums in 11 years, and it's not as if one of those albums went diamond or some Tupac Biggie stuff, like I need you to make more music. You know what I'm saying? So you can, because I have made a top 10 femcs all time. I do have Nicki Minaj as my number 1. But if you ask me who do I like more, Nicki or Cardi, I'm gonna say Cardi. I think Cardi is right now the most authentic femc out. All right. Now, me and Amma, we from Newark, so I'm about to say some Newark stuff right now, Darren. Don't act like you're not a part of this discussion, but hear me out. Cardi B is that young girl from the Spice, all right? Like, I know this woman, all right? Like, I know her. From the 15th floor, I know this woman. You know what I'm saying? Come out here. Hey, yo, why y'all always playing with my car when I come on here leaning? Don't do that. I like her. Don't do that. Like, yo, she shot out. You know what I'm saying? What she's saying is that she didn't change and try to go commercial or try to have a Don Lemon speaking articulation style when she came out and was and got to be a star. She was the same woman from the 15th floor of the projects in the Bronx. That's what she's saying. And to her credit, when she's talking about the influence, let's talk about Ice Spice. Now, I'm about to show you something for a second. Think about this for a second. Cardi B, former dancer. Now, her story is much different because she was a former dancer that got on Love and Hip Hop, and then that just exploded her. Like you got to see this authenticity live and direct on television. It was
You weren't following her on Instagram before then?
Say it again.
You weren't following her on Instagram before then?
No. I know Instagram is serious too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like me. I'm a media TV head. Like I feel what you're saying, and maybe because I'm 38 and I watch television more than I watch the phone. Okay, I apologize, but when I saw Love and Hip Hop New York, when I saw Love and Hip Hop and I saw her on it, I was like, oh nah, somebody signed this woman. This woman shot out. Like I like her. Like it was like how they did with Kate Michelle, but she was different with it. Kate Michelle, I saw Superstar there. I said, oh nah, she gonna be more than what she is. Cardi B, I saw the same.
They did her dirty. That's another story though. That's another
story. That's another story. That's another podcast right there. You're right about that. So Ice Spice is a sister who technically come from the dancing background. She has a lot of people around her that basically is her team, where whether they're writing her music, they're producing it, whatever the case may be, is like they're a team. Like Ice Spice is more than just the pumpkin spice that you see right there. It is a team of marketing, management, music, all that stuff. And I think that's where Cardi is talking about, like, we're like, yo, I had this dancing background and I blew up by not really necessarily changing my whole style and the way I talk. Like Ice Spice talked the same. She talked like a Bronx chick. And I think that's just where she's going. Now, I agree with the two of you. Should Cardi said that? No. Cardi shouldn't have said that at all. I think a lot of the FemCs, even though they may have like a certain background, I do believe that Cash Doll is different from Megan Thee Stallion, and Megan Thee Stallion is different from Tierra Whack, and Tierra Whack is different from Raspity, and Raspity is different from Lotto. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not caring about how they dress or the sensationalize and all that, because I think they all look good. I like them. Even this new dark skin chick, her name is Scar or something like that. She look good. She doing her thing. Like, yo, like the FemCs of today, like this is just, for me as a hip hop guy, it's a special time right now.
Yeah.
And the fact that when you said that these new women of today, they don't sound good, it's not, I don't agree with that. What I think it is that we're in a time of independent music artists. Everybody is like, hey, you know, my stuff is streamed on Spotify, Apple, and the way you do that now isn't going on Jimmy Fallon anymore. You can basically go on everybody's page. You know what I mean? Like everybody's page is the new Jimmy Fallon show, in my opinion, because the more Instagram accounts, the more Twitter accounts, the more TikTok accounts that you put yourself on and say your music is here, it's like people going to gravitate, they're going to know what's going on, and they want to buy in. Because I've got the sister name that is, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it.
Lola Brooke.
Yeah.
She fire.
On fire right now. Now, mind you, I can't tell you if she's going to be good or not, because that's all I know is just this one song. You know what I mean? But from what I like, listen, I like that. Now, I do know about Cash Doll. I like her as a rap artist. She doesn't have a song that has broken her out into like mainstream. But again, she has a team around her. Like, listen, Cash Doll isn't just like, she probably like living somewhere just regular in Texas, but her occupation is full-blown entertainer. It ain't entertainer and part-time grocery shopper, all right, or DoorDash.
Right.
They're doing it. They may not be on a major label yet, but it's like 10, 11 women that
I don't mean it in the sense of it, like they're all like not doing it. Like, maybe I'm just not their target demographic, but the thing is, I think when I say that I don't see longevity, when they're dropping these albums and we're looking at the numbers,
right.
I'm just like, oh my god, like, Sweetie girl, how you get 2,000 streams? What happened? Like, and you know, these people have lots, like millions and millions of followers. I think that, and maybe it's not, maybe I shouldn't blame them. Maybe I should just blame music, and music in general has declined. I mean, everybody, all these new artists, woman, male, whatever, it's not giving like it used to.
I'll grab it. Thank you.
Right, but and I think that just goes into the reach, and now we're getting to like the business of music, because everybody's not necessarily signed to a label, right? And everybody, I don't know if you have discussions with your friends about the business of music, where people always talk about whether they want to go independent or getting a label, and always going to a label. And I always tell people, like, I know being independent always sounds good, right? Like, I can tell you ILLC, the late night flight, fine, but you think I'm going to tell you my annual reports? No, because there ain't no real money into it. Like, yo, you don't brag about stuff like that unless you really making some money. And the point I'm making to what I'm about to say is that Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, those three women are signed label artists. They're on labels that are going to make sure their music is nationwide. They do for you what you can't do as an independent artist, which is distribution. If you came up, let's say we wanted to promote Amma as an artist right now. Realistically, with my money and your money, we probably can put some posters out, some flyers out up and down New Jersey. All right. Now, mind you, that should be okay, because there's 9 million people here. We should find a way to get 1 million people in New Jersey. But realistically, your money isn't going to really stretch to 9 million people. Even if you try to invest in marketing on Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever the case may be.
Ads,
But guess who can though? The labels can.
Mm-hmm.
I was working for David Yurman as a temp job in their customer care service not too long ago, actually, about a few months ago. Long story short, because this was over the Christmas holiday, I got to meet with their marketing team. I had the biggest sale they ever had. I'm a temp worker. I think I should be there forever. I done scored a $60,000 sale off somebody, right? Mom, this is David Yurman. You got people just calling up talking about something. I want some $15,000 chain. This person we just had a nice conversation for an hour. All of a sudden, this man bought $64,000 of jewelry. I thought he was playing till it actually happened. And all I got was a BS $40 gift card from Amazon. Whatever. $40 on some Rodecaster mics for myself. But whatever. I mean, these things cost like $400. But anyway, we'll get into that. So I was talking to their marketing team when they introduced me to them because of the sell I made. And I asked them, I said, look, I'm a young person. We're into the meta now. What are you doing to market David Yurman online? And they said, oh, no, it's easy. We paying money. I said, what kind of money? They said, no, money. Like damn near $700,000 in marketing ads. So it's like when you thinking just your $40, $30 is going to cover Lotto's, being across the country. We talking about, I put $30 down for Facebook ads for the week. Talking about we're going to be in Chicago. We're going to be in LA. Nah, it don't work like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's money that has to be put in place to really make sure that these women really get the national attention that they need. Because realistically, being on Instagram saying you got 20, and this goes back to this Q&A. I don't know when this episode is coming out, but if you love this episode, and I think you will, man, Darren does a great job, and Amma's amazing. I'm gonna check it out. I mean, have y'all checked out Amma's pictures on IG? I'd like to write 7 of them already. Hurry up. All right, so no, but it's like the thing is that if you're not going to have a real investment, you know what I mean, for an artist, it's going to be very hard for you to really just move around. That's just the point that I'm making. You know what I'm saying? So I see these women, they're really doing a very good job. I think that they just don't have a team that giving them all the money in the world. Oh yeah, the point I was making about the Q&A that I made about the verified blue check is just like, yo, you can have 20,000 followers, that's fine, but if you're not selling, if I had 20,000 followers, Darren, I would be selling the late night flight each episode. Like I would have the latenightflight.com. Please come over here and buy the next episode. I got 20,000 followers. At least 5,000 of them should be buying this at $5 a pop. Why not? They should be loyal to me.
Yeah, well, the problem is social media. When you sit there and tell them to go here, they hate it when you do that, and they'll make sure 2 people see it.
That's right. But and this is just the era that we live in. So it's like, hey, Columbia Records, please sign me. So I ain't got to go through all this BS. I know you're about to take 60% of everything, but listen, man.
Right. Oh, please, let me tell you something. If Spotify, all them podcast networks want to come up here, if they ever wanted to sit there and sign, I'm signing away.
That's right. Hurry up.
Because being independent is just not, I mean, it's realistically, you get to have freedom and control and whenever you want, whatever. But like, no, sometimes I just want to get up here and just, talk and then go. And then I have to worry about editing and promotions and
get paid. And more importantly, get paid. So you don't have to go to training for some other job. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just really just wanted some extra money. Like but Spotify is like, here you go. Here goes $70,000 a year, your budget for your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Have at it.
Oh, go crazy.
I'll do that. But back on topic, I will say, in regards to Cardi, what I will say is she did open the door. She opened the door for a lot of these labels to now want to invest in female rappers. We've seen it happen. We've seen Nicki for however many years she was in, at the time, be like this successful artist. And then we see Cardi come out. Okay, well, this might be a good investment. Let me get everybody wanted a female rapper now. All the labels wanted their own little female rapper. And that's exactly what happened. So she opened the door. But I don't think the influence, I just don't see it with these other artists. They may sing the same stuff like the stripper rap and whatever the case is. They might, talk about their parts a little bit more, which they should have full autonomy of doing. Like, I don't care, what you rap about, right? But the influence, and she was saying like, oh, they be talking like me and they be dressing. And I'm like, What? Nah. You shouldn't have said that. Now, I think
She
that girl was hyping her head up.
She's
That
drinking
girl
that
that was
Sizzy with
interviewing her.
Offset. Nah, she's drinking that Sizzy with Offset. That's what she's doing.
No, I think that girl that she was interviewing with was hyping her up. She said, "No, girl, you are the blueprint." What? What did he say?
Like, I don't know about that. I'm like, maybe
I
you
don't know too much about that.
pull back a little bit.
But no, I think I love how. Let me tell you something. Like when Cardi first came out, when Bodak Yellow like went number one, like it was this big promotion for her to go number one. I was elated. I wanted there to be multiple female rappers. Let's be very clear. I'm a barb, but like I wanted like other female rappers at the same time. Like it's cool now. I'm glad. I'm upset that they don't all get along, but like, well, the new ones get along, but they just don't get along with Nicki. But whatever. I like seeing her. I loved her story. I think she's very relatable, and I think that's what the thing is. Like she's relatable to a lot of people, and I think that's why she works, because people will support, like you just said earlier. People will buy your forks. You get what I'm saying? If you can get people to really hone in on your story, and I don't know. I mean, look, Cardi, she definitely opened doors. Influence, I would have said that. I would have fixed that a little bit better.
I hear what she's saying, but then again, you know where she's from. She just needs a little bit more etiquette, I believe.
Yeah, not a little bit more etiquette.
No, she do.
But then she'll lose
the refinement.
Being relatable.
Just think about what she says. I think that she's forgetting that you are not that girl that was on Instagram. This shit not funny no more. Like we need to tighten up and get it together. Be profesh, okay? And when you get out, Lord, be like, Lord, fuck these niggas, yank your wig off, because I do it all the time.
Okay, right.
Yep. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. My head be like, oh my God, I can't wait to leave these people.
But my thing is this, girl, drop your next album. What is going on? What is happening?
She been dropping like singles with people, been on people's singles. Don't
what
be
the music?
She's still working.
Nah, drop your album. I'm with you.
Drop your album. Come on. No, because look, Invasion of Privacy was a good okay. Okay. And a lot of this stuff is going platinum now. I'm hearing a lot of the songs from the album, which is it's holding relevance. I think she's been rated like one of the most best selling albums. Like Invasion of Privacy was one of the best selling albums in the century. Which I'm like, from a female rapper. Not
even from a single standpoint, like she has a couple of singles, 2-3 singles that like they went like 8 platinum off that. The singles,
yeah.
So I'm with you on what you're saying. Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, maybe somewhere down the line she can say that she can have that conversation, but I don't know about now, child. We gonna have to see what's your recent works. Okay. What they say to Monique? When she tried to get that thing with Netflix, he's like, what have you been doing recently? What's your resume?
That's the crazy thing about it. The entertainment business is fucking cutthroat.
It's cutthroat, okay. Speaking of Monique, y'all seen that special?
I didn't. Did it come out already? I just saw like
I'm halfway through it. It's
cringy.
Okay.
Not great. It's not.
I hate it. I hate how, because like every time these comedians come on and they do this show, like these comedians from back in the day, like I'm be so excited for them to do their little thing, and then I watch it and I'm just like, what is this? This ain't. What is this?
Yeah, that's like Marlon Wayne's his special. I didn't really like it. I couldn't get into it.
Get out! Really, you didn't like it?
Or Cat Williams?
I love Cat Williams.
No, that recent special he put out, I was like, ooh.
Oh no, that was trash. I'm with you on that, Darren.
What is this? He was trying to be politically correct, but now it's not funny.
That's what I was going to say. I think that these comedians, and maybe it's our fault as the general public, saying what we tolerate, what we won't tolerate on Twitter a lot, because they are definitely censoring their acts, and I don't really like that too much. It's like they should be able to not say, look, you definitely want to make sure you're not saying nothing to just offend people just because. You want to make sure you know what a joke is. You want the general public to know when a joke is a joke and when it's not, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm about to say his name, my man Chappelle. That's probably where he goes right and wrong at is, even though in my opinion, I know that he's telling a joke, but that's me being a fan of Chappelle. I think sometimes in the delivery, at times, some people may mess around and forget where the joke was at. And then they just hear some words and it's like, oh no, come on, Chappelle. And I think even with Monique special, it's like Monique, she just mad. Like she mad at DL Hughley. She mad at a lot of stuff. And it's like, instead of just making the joke so we can laugh at DL Hughley like you're supposed to, you want us to share your pain.
Yeah.
And no, like, you're no disrespect. You're doing a comedian stand-up. It's your job to make me laugh with you. All right.
It's like we're watching
like a therapy session, I think.
Like a comedic audiobook, like a comedic autobiography. That's what it's given now. Like even with the newer comedians, I think it was this one, I forgot his name.
Gerard Carmichael.
Yeah, like it got dark. Like I wanted to laugh. I was real depressed.
Get out.
He had something called Rothschild or Rosenfield or whatever his last act was. And yeah, I think Gerard Carmichael is special. I think he's super funny. But that last special he had, I think it started with an R. So if it's not Rothschild, it's Rosenfield or something like that. And it was trash. I did not like it.
Put it on a podcast.
Yeah.
Or something, or audio book. Shit.
It was bad. But yeah, they're scared to jump out their bones anymore. And I think that's because of what happened with Louis C.K. and all that. But at the same time, look, I don't want to get into all that. It's just more of comedians and not being able to say what it is that they want. I'm not talking about what it is that they do, because Louis C.K., he deserved to not do comedy for a couple of years based on what he did. But I definitely think when he was able to come back, it's like, all right, like the stuff that he do say is outlandish, sure, but it's sometimes funny. Now he's not allowed to do it. He's scared to do it because he feels as though he'll get canceled. Bill Burr don't do as much comedy like he used to because he feel like he'll get canceled. But that dude is actually really freaking funny. You know what I'm saying? I like what's that? She's on Showtime. Z-Way?
Oh, they cancel her show.
Get the what?
Yeah, they cancel her show on Showtime. Yeah.
I seen it coming. I
was so mad.
I seen it coming. She was too busy see, this is what I'm saying. She was too busy trying to make white people uncomfortable on the show. It wasn't even a joke anymore. See, I know, like me, I laugh at a lot of stuff. So for me, I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. Okay, Z, I see you, Z. I see you, Z. I see what's going on, Z. Z, they not gonna let you do this shit though, Z. But I see you, Z. And she kept doing it though, because I'm thinking like it got to be a joke somewhere. It got to be a joke. Somewhere is the joke, but the joke in her mind is her being deadpan, saying something quick and facetious towards the guests when they say whatever that they say. It doesn't matter whether you white or black. That's her style. And I'm like, nah, Z-Way, because this place, you have no audience here. You have no laugh box here. It's Showtime. So it's quiet, it's deadpan, and you trying to make some Seinfeld jokes and it ain't gonna come off right because you African as hell, boo. This ain't gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, go to Netflix. Go to Netflix.
Go to Netflix.
Because that's another thing too. People were saying, I'm just watching it on TikTok. Like, I mean, the whole show be on there. Like, yeah, like, nah. I mean, I think that social media is really destroying television.
It is.
Because I'm not watching no reality TV shows no more. I watch all of it on Instagram and TikTok, and you know,
and will.
Because when you watch it, it's nothing but fluff. Speaking of reality TV, I was not trying to make this segue, but this whole Xscape versus SWV, I feel so bad.
That's happening.
They
have
a show together.
Well, they've been had a versus battle, but no, SWV got on interview to talk about how like they regret actually doing a reality TV show with Xscape because it was so much drama. I think one of them said like, well, we wanted some women empowerment. Now I'm like, oh, you don't know about reality TV, but
they're gonna fluff it up and just make you look.
It's gonna make it. We gotta have some drama. That has to happen.
Which is why I ain't do that shit yet, because I'm smacking bitches. That got me fucked up.
Who is this model?
I see you on reality TV, Amma. You gonna be?
Where did you get this model?
smacking her. Line up, bitch, because I'm smacking you because you tried
Yo,
me.
somebody
Oh,
put
my
Amma
goodness.
on the Bad Girls Club. What is going on over here, yo? I can't believe this.
What?
I can't believe this. This woman is a gangster.
Not Amma.
I'm from Newark. I'm not a gangster. I'm just bred this way.
Oh my god. Oh.
Lord.
I've been
No.
watching all these shows for a couple of months now. She's so nice and chill with it. I mean, she you have your regular parts when you do your saucy language, but it be normal. Like, nah, you a little Bad Girls Club. You a little gangster.
Not even.
You know, she had to get used to the show. She had to get used to it.
Get my feet wet.
Yeah, because I'll be saying some topics and she be saying something. I'm like, oh snap, okay, all right, but so let's get into it.
Word. Okay.
No, but as for Xscape and SWV, like I've been watching the show.
Right.
Yeah, Xscape is
Doing the most.
y'all got some delusional superiority because Candy and Tiny been on reality TV and was able to accumulate some more fans. Ain't no way in the world. It's a lot of dirty politics that's going on in that show, and I think that I don't think one person is to blame. I mean, well, everybody's blaming Latasha, but like it's just a lot of things. There's a lot of aspects.
Candy.
Her too.
Candy
But more Latasha, because Latasha's like she's literally using the show to promote her gospel album. That's not well. Look, more power to you, but it's just a lot of drama. But I mean, that's what it is. I mean, SWV, y'all had y'all thing. I remember they was on some type of show and they was going at it within the group, but I guess they got over it and now they feel like it's
messy. Like, you know what I mean? Their disagreements are grown people disagreements. Xscape is like, you did this, you did this. It's like nobody's taking.
It's like y'all 27 again.
Yeah, you're not. Nobody's taking accountability for anything. It's like you did this and you did this. All right, it already happened. Let's move past this. Let's get to the bag and let's make it make sense. Because we old as hell. If I was there, I would be like, we old. Okay.
Too old to be acting like this.
Yeah, we gotta tighten up. Because our fans are gonna die soon. So let's just make it happen.
Not our fans are gonna die.
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah. This is a lot. I think it really started with the top billing conversation. They got mad at Candy. And then I seen the recent episode, they got mad because they wanted to close out the show with Week and I think Tamika talk about some song from that damn discography because I don't know a lot of Xscape songs. But like, yeah, gotta close out with Week. Everybody know Week. Like, what?
That's how you close it out. You're gonna have everybody singing with their little phones out, hitting the,
This is where the delusions of grandeur come in, right? With Xscape. Like a lot, I'm like, girl, y'all claim to fame is really like a resurgence from y'all being on reality TV. It's not Xscape. I don't know if y'all remember that. I mean, because I could name you a couple SWV songs. Xscape, I know. Ooh, I don't know.
Xscape.
I know that one song. I know that one song. I know that one song, but I don't. I like if you play it, I'm gonna know it. But
you said, who can I run to?
Oh yeah, that's on.
Share this empty space. That was my shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I need love, that's that right there.
Or that song where they were all like a cappella.
You're my little secret, and that's how we should keep it. That was my song right there in 8th grade. I'm over here talking to this girl like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't care about your little 8th grade boyfriend. Stop playing, girl. Stop playing.
The winners here.
Go dancing on the 8th grade song, on the 8th grade dance. I don't care. Be a man next year.
But really, look at the material. Like SWV worked with Michael. Like, remember that song? That was that song. Remember that? When he was,
or did they sample his shit?
They sampled it, but he was in the video.
Good shit.
Oh, you talking about SSWV? Michael Jackson wasn't in that video. What are you talking about?
I thought he was. He had like a little set.
No, that was the Free Willy soundtrack, and they had when Free Willy came out, Michael Jackson did a song for them, and they had like him in like the little I think they had like a transparent image of Michael Jackson, kind of like half-ass singing in the background. That's what you see in that video. I could be lying though. I think that's what it is. I think in that SWV video, towards the end, you see Michael Jackson like in a transparent. You're like where like the I'm about to say some geek words. Is it the opposite? Basically, you know what is transfluent? You know what I'm talking about? Like, is that like you can see it, but you can't. It's like you see through.
See through it.
Yeah, transparent. So Michael Jackson, you see him in his Michael Jackson get up, like with like a dolphin. This could be the Free Willy video. Y'all better go check this out, y'all. I don't know. Somebody help us out and leave this in the comments. All right.
Right. Tell us in the comments.
Put us in the comments. Please help us out.
Mm-hmm.
We done made our topics. We done made the sharpest comments, the sharpest topics over here this week. We already did our job. All right. Do y'all
we 2 hours, almost 2 hours in, child.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't eat my shrimp and grits. I'm hungry.
Right. No, we gonna conclude. We gonna conclude because my grandma is cooking too. Because we cooking today because
it's a nice day. I don't know.
My family is JW and we don't do the Easters, so we're gonna have the Easter today.
Oh, that's dope.
But no, I'm waiting on some malls and some, real good food. So thank y'all so much for joining. Well, thank you, Nassor, for joining us. I know Amma, she gonna be here, child.
We forgot about the death of the Cash App guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's like really sad. I saw the video yesterday and I was like, this is crazy.
Have you seen the video?
It was like security cameras, so you can see like, maybe it's the Newark in me, but you can see when somebody's hurt. Like it was just like the way he was walking and like stumbling, and to the point where he fell over, and that was it.
Yeah, you got to start walking with a bodyguard when you that like you may not think people know who you are, but ain't nothing but a Google search.
Even when I have $1,000 to my name, I'll be like, listen, I need to protect this a little bit.
You don't never know. Look. I seen this person on TikTok, not to change the subject, but like he casually talked about how he got robbed and shot, like as he was eating his Cane's chicken. Like it's probably gonna go viral soon throughout the weekend because it just came out. Like he was just like casually saying, yeah, like these people came up to my car and they was like he tapped the window with his gun, and I said, no, I don't feel like getting robbed. I was like, I don't feel like.
This lady did that. She said, I'm not having a good day, so pick somebody else. Basically,
he drove off. I was like, oh my goodness. The way social media has become, like, people are just casually like, well, I got, I only got 3 weeks.
Because we don't know what's real or not. So now that can make you watch it. That can make you watch it. Yo, we should do some WWE style stuff. Let's figure something out to make this show go viral, yo.
Period. Well, we're gonna take a Chloe. Your suggestions for Chloe. We're gonna use that situation here.
Right. I should run up where you at right now and just like start fighting Derek. You know what I'm saying? That'll definitely get everything.
We're on the scene at the fight.
Wow. Fuck these grits. What?
Oh my goodness. I was hoping he would come back to talk about the Chloe situation, but I guess he's
in his face right now. He said, "You want me to?" I said, "No."
Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. This is a real good episode. Thank y'all so much for listening. Thank y'all for your constant support. Okay, because I'll be seeing y'all in the comments. If you're listening to the podcast, hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
we getting all the spots. Nassor, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, would you want to come back? Or
I think we should have him back. He was a vibe.
Yeah,
he was a vibe. He made me laugh. I was.
Yeah. And I mean, like more as a regular recurring guest host.
Definitely, I would love him up here.
No, that's fine. Listen, Darren. You're a good man. You've been holding it down for about 1.5 years. I've been watching you, so I'm not even going to have you talk to my agent. It's all good. You talk directly to me. It's all good. You're good. You're fine. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Okay. Amma, it's been a pleasure. She just followed me last night. I was about to be like, oh nah, she wants something, but I thought about it. I was like, oh nah, she co-host. I ain't know. Whenever women want to follow me, you know what I'm saying, after 10 o'clock, I'll be like, oh no, let me get in this DMs right now, get ready. You know what I'm saying? Let her know what's going on.
Wow.
But then It said co-host at DGS. I said, what kind of OnlyFans page is this? And I thought about it. I said, oh nah, that's his co-host. I said, I'm gonna keep it chill.
No, we were talking about you last night. So I was like, let me go through his stuff.
Yeah, because we go over
creep. Because I hate when people just they'll look through your shit and not follow you. So I was like, follow him.
Mm-hmm. No, that's please. What did you find? Talk to me.
What did I find? I found a hardworking Black man from Newark.
Right. I'm like, what's going on in this chat today? Like, it's a lot going on.
Had they told you I'm trying to be the male Blac Chyna? Hold, give me a second.
You in this shirt? Look, we got.
I'm about to take a picture, send it to my mom. I'm like, Mom, look at this shit. Look at this shit I'm dealing with.
Please call your mom, please. I need a sponsor. Please hurry up.
No, listen, just take care of that lady. I'm with whatever as long as I don't see it. Yeah.
Period.
Word up. I ain't got no problem being a home health aide. I'll make that happen for you.
All right, do your thing.
Okay, and on that note, see y'all later, guys. Ciao.